Alright, so, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Continuing along with this art piece. For the most part, there's only two major portions of this that still need detailing in. One is the creasing along Kay's jacket. I think for the most part, everything else, maybe add some more aggressive shadows, but otherwise that is about it for her. And then there, well, also her dress shirt underneath, because that is a more or less standard dress shirt for the uniform. And then just a little bit of detail onto us back there, and then you'll figure out the background, because the backgrounds, well, it's the background, and see if I can figure something out, because if we do not do that very often. Okay, so we're just gonna go through each part of the body slowly. Yeah, add a couple of shadows here and there, but it should be alright. How do I feel about that? It's like a shadow going over a crease. I can live with that. Also, there's something with the buttons here. There's a bright blue ring around them, so use the same color as the skirt for that. Actually, let's do that first, because that's more basic and it's very clear exactly what I'm trying to do here. Give me this. Okay, then we want to go up to the button, so we go 1, 2, 3. Let's change them here. The one to, so I have an outline which technically helps a little bit. What's happening? Oh, there's not filled all the way in. You can see some green poking through. Glorious. Well, regardless. I just want like a little bit of a ring lift over. That's let's bring that in a little bit. Bring this around. Okay, so with that detail in there, should be able to get away with not having any further detail on the button itself. Let me just clean this up a little bit because this is causing problems. I'm gonna just clean the line up there itself. Can I pop this out? Glorious. Can I pop this? Beautiful. Okay, then can I get it right in here? Can I get this out? That just gives me a smoother line there. Anything else I need to deal with here? Something here, right? Give me this. That would just go right in there. Give me this. Get it right there. Oh, I still need to deal with this back side of the skirt here. What's the best way to do it? I prefer only to inhale layer, and I should just be able to get it right into there, but that's a slight issue. Okay, I'll just turn you off and we'll do. What's that? What'd that do? Delete outside. Ah, jeez. Okay, skirt. There's definitely some bits here which are very much just like taking advantage of the fact that Sensei's face is just blocking everything. Regardless, that is good. And we'll go with a brush here. Just kind of lighten up the tips there a little bit. And let's just bring Sensei back in front, see how that feels. Okay. This is what? This is her underneath here. We just want like a hard shadow pretty much, right? We want some light peeking to there. Or like that, just like some light peek into there, just a tiny little bit. Alright, then... Alright, let's go... Jacket... Should we bring this to the top? Yes, bring this to the top. I want those, what, slightly red? Let's just give me this. Alright, right there. Ba, ba, bum, ba, bum. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum. Bum, ba, ba, bum. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum. Bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, 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 bum. Hum. Whoop. Ba 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 bum ba 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 bum bum. Ba ba bum ba bum. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum ba ba bum. I'm gonna need to do a second layer of this. Oh. Ba 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 bum ba bum. Ba bum ba bum. Ba ba bum ba bum. Ba, ba, bum, ba, bum. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Okay, then. Ba, ba, bum, bum. Ba, bum, ba, ba, bum. Bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, bum. Um. Alright, let's go. Bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, ba. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum. Ba, 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 bum. Alright, go with that for now. Ba, 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 bum. What should we do with this? Hello indeed. How do I feel about that? I can live with that for a bit. Alright, the color burn here. Doing the pretty much the last bits of this until I need to figure out a background. The full parts of the illustration are actually, for the most part, all the way in. Once I'm done with K's uniform here. One, two, three, and also please let me into this little gap here. Oh, that was her. Oh, I still haven't figured out what to do with the bottom of the shoe. Don't really get a shot of like the bottom side of the shoe. Don't know if I should extend the sole here a little bit, edge of it. It's just thicker. Looks a little bit weird being that. I think I'll extend that out. You'll get Sensei out of the way again just to do that though. Alright, well, either way. I just need to randomly create creases here, right? That's the wrong button. Chop my way into these a little bit on a couple of these spots. How that feels. Now we'll turn it back. Put that for now. What am I doing? Open it a little bit. That's right. Hello there, how you doing? I need some darker lines. This will just need to kind of be a little jagged and uneven kind of feel we want here. Either way, welcome to the stream. Pretty much on the last parts of this illustration until you figure out the background. The background is currently non-existent. Okay, I'll just live with that for a little bit, and let me just go into here and go shadow. Just gotta use a multiply layer here. And what do you define as a situation? Over the top here and phase that out on that side. Do I just sit with that for now? Do I want more shadow on the side? Not really. Okay, let's mess with you. What do we want to do with you? The situation. We'll use some environmental storytelling for this. And some context clues. We see amounts of skin color here with perhaps a cloth in hand, haven't colored that part yet, and then someone being kicked in the face, so we'll just leave it at that and just let the context clues fill the rest in. Where is brush? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it. I'll just leave it like that, and we'll just add a bit of a shadow here, minor shadow. Okay, that definitely did not fill in very nicely. Let me just put it up. As a skin color, again. There. That'll do. What do we want to do with this? We'll just add a shadow to the side. In here and here, we just kind of go hard on the shadow on the inside here. I want a little bit of a refraction of light here. Maybe we'll just bring this along the edge here completely, just to make it look a little bit thicker. The tie itself would be held down since you have the advantage of the uniform being relatively tight. Let me just add a shadow. Oop. Here. Where's my shadow here? Is it you? Need this, and we're just going to add a shadow right into here. Yeah, about there. Add a shadow there. I want to add a little bit of shadow here. Add a little tiny bit into here, just like right there. More, a little bit more, maybe about there. Okay, we'll live with that for now. Can I get right into you off here? Okay, I need a gray here. Let me just, can I just get this gray again from over here? Where is this? You. Oh. Give me this. Alright, so we're going to have a degree of shadow being cast off the eye. Turn it down a little bit. In right about where the buttons would be, we want a crease kind of pulling away from those spots. Getting that out a little bit. Need a shadow underneath the collar, specifically against the jacket. Just inwards actually, as it goes up. Then I need to also, can I get into here? Is that a thing to do with a wand? Of course not. Give me the space and also here. Then also I want a shadow being cast from over here. I want her here to be casting a bigger shadow. Actually, I might want her here to be casting a bigger. But that's more of a job for do a bit of that and turn this down a bunch. Then want to go into here and here. We're just gonna go with a little bit of. They just made that out a whole bunch and maybe just put there and add shadow here. We'll just live with that for a moment. Then we're gonna go back over to create that. Go back into here. Go grab you. Just gotta bring the shadow down a little bit further. She is leaning over a fair amount, so we'll just bring the shadow just more down. I want to pump her chest out a little bit. Pump her chest out there. Actually, actually no, because it will be like this V shape. No, it won't be this V shape. It will be shaped like this. Plus, her chest will actually be the most inward part as that kind of like splays outwards. Down. Okay, now the neck is actually not shadowed. Get in there. Back of the hair is now not in shadow enough. Okay, let's just mess with Alice for a bit now. We should just take a quick old pit stop like right here. Okay, what do we want to do with you? Close that folder, and then we'll here. Let us start once again from here. gonna grab you. We're going to go into here, do this, go like this, add you, go here. Let me just go here and this, turn this gray. Now I can see what I'm doing here. Because we want to add a that's not filled all the way in. Oh yikes. This could just... Can I not... Oh. Get right in there. Let's just take a good old pit stop before we start with Alice's colors here. I do need to turn on the game because I want to look at something in a bit, but we will start with this. Okay, I don't know if I can still access the locker that Yuzu was hiding in, because I think they've moved a little bit. Okay, that was just a tin there. I do want to look at specifically a part in the game which I'm not sure I can still access because they've moved around a little. Oh, nope, Yuzu's there. I want to skip this part. 1 view 2 view. Can I get in here? There's a point where you could actually get into here before. I don't know if they still let you get a zoom in here. No? Not gonna let me zoom in on this? I'll zoom in on the locker? Okay, well, never mind. How many tickets do I have right now? I could deal with that later. Like, I think when the event first started, you could actually look at the thing Yuzu was hiding behind. I wanted to use that for the background, but eh. I don't think it was actually a locker. I think it was just a door. Would have gotten the job done. Okay, so now I need to deal with eyes over here. Pretty much just do it the same way I did Kay's eyes, right? For the most part. We want to do a very high a very slide on shot here. Well, I actually want to just do this most of the way straight. Get right in there. No, I can live with that. If it really bothers me, I'll change it later. How did I end up doing that? Okay, sure. And we want to go... how do I feel about that? I feel okay with that. And then I want to mirror this against K, so I'm going to cut it on this side. Whoop. I actually want to do the thing where it looks like there's something orbiting her eye a little bit. Or just go like this or something. Shape it down a little tiny bit here. Ew. Oh dear. Okay, let me just make sure I'm just looking at this as a whole. Oh, wee. I feel okay with that. It see if we can actually do all in one. Let's go this and then add this, and then we want to go grab a gray, go shadow. A little bit different because her eyes are drooping rather than slanting. I can live with that for a bit. Alright, oh jeez. How do I feel about that? I feel okay with it. Alright, Alright, we'll go U plus U. We'll go right over the top of the eye area. Just go like that. Bring that in a little bit. Bring that down a whole bunch. I'm gonna bring in a red here. Gonna go where is you? Into the ends here a little bit. Pop that a little as well. And then turn this down a whole bunch. It's only just there. I don't feel about that. I can live with that. Alright. I'll do something about the halo first. Worst case halo. I don't really do anything particularly fun with the halos. I just go here, go above it, do this, go like that, go glow, and then just take a brush and go. 1, 2, go across, go down, across, down, across. Then low. Turn it down a whole bunch. It's supposed to be like gradients, isn't it, with the halo? Hold up. Then we'll go U. We'll create a selection. Then we'll go gradient. We'll use a color burn here. Go. Foreground's transparent. Yes, foreground too. Really nice to occur on the other side. Okay. Which side is darker? Oh, the top side. We'll live with that for now. All right. Let's just do Alice's halo while I'm at it. Yeah, why not? What's her halo look like? Like a... I want to use a blue gradient here, right? Just do her halo while I'm looking at this. Alright, where's halo U? Okay, we're gonna grab this. Get this color. Go to here, go glow. Make it glow. Brush right over the top. Don't need to be particularly careful with it. Turn it down a whole bunch. Go to here, go select, go below this, go gradients. I'm gonna grab the blue from, actually, can I use a color branch here? Maybe. I think I'm gonna use a multiply here. I'm gonna take a blue, we're gonna use a multiply layer. And we want to go from foreground to this way, right? That's a bit way. Use a little bit more green here, just do that. Turn both of these down a bit. I can live with that, alright. You need to be a darker colored in. Not that dark. A little bit less than that. A little bit less. About there. Okay, let's play over here. For now, do I want to turn off case halo for a bit? Halo in the folder is not. Okay, you in the folder. Turn this off for a moment. No, not your halo. Your halo. Wait, I have a couple of these. That's not correct. Put that into a folder. Halo. Actually, I know that is correct. Turn that off. Full access over here. Alright, what do I want to do with her here now? Let's see, let's get into each of these individual parts here. How do we want to do? Well, first up, we definitely need this. Go down and you go like that. Why you know it? Get this part, please. Okay. I can live with that. Alright, what do we want to do here? Definitely need a shadow pitching underneath here. And we need... Hmm. Alright, then we'll go straight down like that, and then also go straight along like that. And also do one that's like straight along like that. How did this not get filled in? There's an extra line here. like, like zooming in and just like, oh boy. Can I get this out of here? Pop this out, please. This is probably just right. Then we need to take a brush to this and just put that in. Then we want to take a brush to this and tap it a little bit. Then we want to, so here just give us a little bit of a blur job. Probably do a couple of different spots as well, like here and like here. On one side of this and one side of this onto here. This needs to be turned down more, but that's fine. I'll just filter it. Right into there, and then along the edge here. Oh, that's the wrong button. Please get into here as well and just fill that in. ba, 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 la, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum. Should have just got simplify that a little bit. Then we're gonna turn this down. Then we're gonna go you. Alright, what do I want to do here? I want to go. Flutter, how you doing? Really want these individually, but being a little bit lazy here to turn that down a whole bunch. How do I feel about that? I can live with that. Alright, also you go ahead and go. So you, what I want to do here, I want to go. And then on you, what do I want to do with you? Actually, I don't want to do anything with you. Alright, give me color. Anything else I should know about the lack of fill? Alright, what do I want to do about a highlight here? The things I do on stream, I try to keep it to a week, and that's usually with me being distracted partway through the process as well. So anything I do on stream that I actually finish is 10 hours. I don't really keep track of most of my other things, but if I really need to, I can definitely shit out an emote if I have a plan for it within 2 hours. Like if I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Because a lot of it is actually planning, right? When you're doing creative stuff, it's like if you know what you're doing, then it cuts a lot of time off the overall progress. If you actually want to see something that I tried to do within a week and definitely overscaled. The Christmas period, I wanted to do an animation and told myself I could do it in a week. I definitely could not. A little bit earlier, around summer, I did a full swimsuit illustrated animation that ended up taking about 2 months, and summer was nearly over by the time I finished it. And then when I do the how long ago was it when I did the Gura illustrated animation that I never finished? That was like last year, because that got eaten up when my PC exploded. But I think I worked on that for like 2 months and didn't finish it. You know, that was in the animation phases. Let us grab you. gonna do a simpler highlight, I think. We're just gonna do a couple of bubbles. Do a very simple highlight like so. Okay, I'm gonna add some more detail to her ear because I definitely did not add in all the detail I should have here. So we want to go in and around, into here, into there. This goes into here. Then we will want to go like this and maybe like be able to just see the earlobe right there. I feel okay with that ear. I feel okay with that ear. Give me this. Yeah, we'll just live with that for now. I'll mess around with this again if it doesn't feel quite right. Okay, so the majority of Alice here is actually the skin color. So I do need to be a little bit careful with this because this does make up a good portion of the detail. So first up, let's grab her head. Getting into all the nooks and crannies. Okay, so first up, let us go with a slightly reddish color here. I'm just gonna turn this down. That. Not that far off her head, just go like in a bit. Turn it down a little bit more. Add a slight blush here. We'll take a pinkier kind of red. Do a slight blush onto her face. Turn this down a whole bunch so that's only just visible, about there maybe. It gives her face a little bit of a blush. Then we want to go head shape. Want to take a much more brown color. Close to the orange. Just going to go ahead and put her head into shadow on one side. Then we're going to get right into here. We're going to go hard here. We're going to go... Actually, I should just do this on super layer. A little bit of the earlobe right there. Turn it down maybe a bit more. Or add a little bit extra glow to her eyes. Add a little bit extra glow to her eyes, why not? We'll go 1, 2. We'll take her eye color. Just go over the top. How's that feel? That feels okay. I'll let her. How you doing? Actually, I'm gonna go over to here. Gonna go highlight. Gonna go ahead and what do we want to do to highlight here? We want I feel okay with that. I feel okay with that. Alright. Leave that there for a minute. Then we want to go into here. We're just gonna go mouth shade. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a gray and just color burn this. And we want to just do it lazy. Maybe just get auto-censored. Just like, it sort of pop up from the stream bot reading it, but it's not in the chat. It's hilarious. Then we want to take, where is it? Where's my skin? Here. Ooh, no, that's the fake. Again, you give me color from here. I'm gonna go into here. Alright, let's see if I know how to do collarbones. I do not, as a general reference here. I actually just want to go against like the bone here, right? What? Why am I not getting anything here? What? Hold up. Why is this not doing anything? I am selecting. Is this not? Did I do this in the wrong? Oh. Alright, let me. Jeez. What is that part of? Don't tell me I did this. No? Okay, let me find where I did the remainder of her skin color. Because that is a current problem. Ah, I see. I can fix this. Hold up. Is it just all of that part? Sure, okay, yeah, I can fix this. We can just go like this. And chop it out of here. And then we just go over to here. We paste that into here. Okay, wait, no, I need to this, chop this out, paste it over here, and then just go like this. Okay. Need a more red color here. Need something closer to my hair shadow color actually. Oh, where's the hair shadow? Give me this. Actually, also need to do some bits for the face, don't I? Can I be able to see the other part of her collarbone? No, right? It should be like right behind the hair part here. Let's add a little bit of onto some parts here. Okay, let me go back up to the face. Actually, no, I can just do this. Because I'm going to do one part here. Yeah, there's a slight issue, which I definitely know what happened here, but... Okay, let's go with that. Then, I need to come down to here. Let's turn you off for a moment. What's the best way to go about this? Okay, let's do it the lazy way. Then. How much of a shadow do I actually want to be reaching from Kay's hair here? Not too much, right? No, this part should not really encompass shadows. Shadows should be a different color. Wait, did I just... Why did I just create a second layer? What would that... Why? Why did I duplicate my layer? That's crazy. Don't duplicate the layer. This is mostly just a shape of her body, not the You look a little bit for her, where her armpit will be coming up here, really. Along her shoulder. Turn that down a whole bunch. Then we want to use this as shadow. Let me get into here. We're just gonna do a bit of that. Okay, then we go over to her hand here. Please give me the whole finger, that would be very helpful. Then we want a little bit of a blush on each joint. Turn that down a whole bunch. I want to use a lighter pink for this. Turn that down a bunch. And probably actually want a little bit of that on the main part of the skin here as well. So I could do it from here. Just want a little bit against her the corner of her shoulder, a little bit on the inside of her collarbone, maybe a little bit at the end of her chin, then a little bit at the edge of her ear here. How do I feel about that? I can live with that. Alright. Now then, how much of this is actually... Oh wait, no, I need to still deal with this part. Okay, and more Probably want a bigger shadow here. I'll go here, shadow. I'm actually just going to use a gray here instead, and just a shadow along here. A hard shadow. Put a hard shadow along here as well. All right, now then, how do I deal with this? You. Literally just select this whole thing, right? It's literally just this tiny little part. I just need a bunch of creases and shadows here. Okay, so we're gonna have at least a couple of creases coming straight off the grip on her fingers here. Where it's gonna be lighter as it gets away from her fingers. You know. I'm just doing something kind of random here at this point. I don't really know what I'm doing of this. Just needs to kind of look like it's creasing. Then we go shadow. We'll just cast a shadow from case here. Okay, we can turn this off now. Then, oh, do I need to change things, say back to white? Yeah, you can stop being gray now. Okay, then we're going to go. You know what? I have the game open, so let me just do this real quick. So let me just steal this general wall color here. It's generalized wall color. Give me. Now that there's actually a background here, you can actually see the halos do glow a little bit better. Let me just turn this halo back on. A little bit more glowy. I actually want to turn the glow up a little bit. No, I just need to clean up the glow a little bit. Actually, no, let me turn this up and let me clean this up. Okay, then you. Where's Halo? Turn this up a little bit. This one's got a much more gentle color, especially against the background. It just blends in there. Just clean up where you need to. Okay, do I want to try do something a little bit with the shelves here, or do I want to use the door here? I think I was using the door at first, but I'm pretty sure that's not a locker, that's just a hallway. Try missing one of these then. What am I looking at here? Do I want to perspective ruler this in? Nah, I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Famous last words. Um, let's just see how incredibly not straight I end up making this somehow. Okay, well, before any of that, layer, convert layer. You be a vector layer. Alright, let's try that again. Okay, so I'm eyeballing all of these measurements, so the expectation is that this is going to be very off. Also, got to take full advantage of anything we can't see, because that will save a whole bunch of time. I think we're just going to add one more line like right here. Line it up about as best we can and give it a little bit of thickness and call it a day for this part. Then we're going to go add some color here. We're just going to take this blue, we're just going to plop it into here. Oh, here, here, here. Give me that out, take that out, and then we're just gonna draw a line to make this look like a much thicker piece here. We'll just go like so. Then we'll just grab this gray, we'll go into here. Not quite how everything should look, but whatever. It's close enough. Close enough of what I want to do, so let's go like that. Oh, cheers to that, I guess. Let's just bring this along the edge here. Shave that down a little bit, turn that down. Do kind of a hard shadow along here, and a hard shadow along here. Hard shadow along here. Along here. Then we want to do like a light shadow into the corner here. I want to do it on like every single piece basically. Bring this down along the edge here. Do a softer shadow along these edges. Okay. Actually, do I want the let's also do this. I'll just bring a shadow along the top here. Okay, how do I feel about this right now? I just plot them in front. Then we're gonna go over the top of the whole of this with a shadow. We're just gonna go and use a... Let me see if I can do it this way. If I just go multiply and go like... I actually don't know what I just did. Okay, fine, we'll do it this way. Do a shadow along the side like that. Then we go up to here. We want to add a overlay. We want to use a artificial bluish kind of light color. So, see what this does to the whole thing for a bit. Let me go overlay. Okay, that is why we don't really enjoy these kind of colors and people really hate it. And we don't use these in our homes, because it definitely does not look nice. We're going to add a little bit more of this light into here. We'll just go ahead and just use a brush, and we're just going to go into here along the side and just turn that down a whole bunch, and then turn that down a whole bunch more. And then I realized that I have completely forgotten about, where is this? This should be here, 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 and then here. Hairband. Then we want to just, as we go over the head, just that and just turn this down as it goes around the head. And we can actually add a little bit of refraction here using the blue light now. Along the edge on this side, and then turn that all the way down. Okay, how do I feel about this overall right now? Gotta really love how out of place Sensei looks with just like the plain color. Oh yeah, was I gonna... Do I want to extend where the sole is? Sole of the shoe is? I wanna do that. I need to turn you off. I can redraw the line a bit. I want to redraw this line, or is it fine where it is? Then we want to get rid of this line basically all the way around. Then we want to take this color, just plop it in. Jeez. Jeez. Can I just get into here, please? That'd be great. I think we're just going to add a basic shadow here instead of anything fancy. We don't really have a good idea what the bottom of the shoe looks like. I like a little bit of shape to her foot here. Actually, should I just go like this? Okay, then okay, then we want to go you duplicate, turn that off for a moment, and then we want to actually no, just want to go into here. Oh right, I need this before I'm allowed to do that. I think the label contrast just makes K just completely one. Like, might want to play the line colors a little bit, but I don't know. I gotta think about that. Alright, we'll just set this in this current state for now. I'll have a think about what I want to do with it. We'll go through anything else. I think I need to change some of the line colors. That's really about it. But probably don't want to go with brown here. Probably use a dark blue, maybe, or gray for a lot of these parts. Alright, well, regardless, they just chill for the remainder of the day here. What we're dealing with here. Doing how divers are diving. Oh wait, a lot of boss fighting. I think certain students have bonuses, but I'm really not that sure. It shows how much I'm paying attention, but... Did someone kill us? Like... Oh, wait. Can we stop shooting the boss and kill this thing? Oh, wait. I need you. That's a problem. Can I just scroll that out of the way? There we go. Yeah, just chilling. I only do one round because I only have like 12 tickets or something, I think. Unfortunately, I actually pay attention to the fights because you pretty much get punished for not one round clearing them. What do we want here? Oh, books. But... Here. This will... I play one fight. Let's just clear that out. They also have like spacesuit Momoi Midori now, so... was it Yuzu's got just like a regular jumpsuit pretty much, and Alice has got the like was it Battle Gear thing, and then for some reason they decided to put Momoi Midori into was it a literal spacesuit. At least that's what it feels like when you look at it. So this one, yeah, spacesuit. You even see like the glass on there because it's like the white line here. You can see this glass. And it uses just in the jumpsuit. You get coins for doing this, but I actually don't know what the coins are for. I mean, I can't like access this, and I can't like these don't do anything, right? These are just like little bits of flavor text when you click on them. Oh, I can zoom in on Amy. Interesting. I'm not allowed to zoom in on Yuzu's store here anymore. Like how you, once you get down here, it's just like snacks that have been opened and just left there, and then a game machine that's where the cores haven't been properly managed. You know who's been here. What's this one? PlayStation. Oh. That disappears way too quick for me to read it. So you get coins for this, but I don't know where you use the coins. Oh no, wait. You got me to use a coin to go into here. So this is free. This one costs coins, and this one costs coins. Why do these cost coins? Do you get anything for doing these? Or is it just because these ones are technically endless and the other one isn't? You don't get anything for playing the minigames in this. At least I don't think you do. Because we can just like throw this together super quickly. Just see if the game gives me anything for doing this. Where's the straight? Here. Okay, using a... Wait, is it actually using a gold coin every time I put one down? I actually can't tell. Let's just see if it gives me anything for doing this. Haven't seen this in a little while. Go faster. Alright, what's this do? It does nothing, I just have coins for this. Okay, sure. And then there's just the card game from the anniversary. Oh no, this was the half anniversary, wasn't it? The card game. Let's see how much they actually give you to start off. They give you everything? Have a look. They do not give you everything. Okay, sure. You can just like go back through and play these mini games you want. What's this? This is just for the was it skill tree? Not actually for the not a separate reward or anything. I'm never going to touch any of these. I mean, the upgrades in the card game were actually insane. You just get to the point where you're not spending mana on absolutely anything. Alright, but I think that will do it for today. Oh, that's... Oh, what I was trying to click on. So I'm probably going to play around with the line color a little bit before I post this anywhere. I do have an idea of what I want to do next week. Next week, the plan is to go with, as the practice point, it's going to be Himari's bike. I'm going to do a two-shot with Himari and Amy here, I think. I'm going to do a little bit of digging to see if I can get a better shot of what Amy's wearing, but I'm sure I can find it somewhere. She wears so little 90% of the time that honestly a tank top of some kind, or just like the was it the tube top, is pretty much good enough. Just need to match the colors. So and I think I could get a proper shot of Himari's bike from somewhere. So there's like a decent... Actually, let's see if... Not this. Oh, I can't open the thing, but I'm sure the whole picture of this bike is up somewhere on the internet, so we'll do a two-shot of those two. Alright, so anyways, thank you very much for watching today's session of colouring. Probably until the anniversary ends, which I think actually goes for a little while. But probably keep doing pieces on that or related to that, unless there's something else in particular I want to work on. So if you want to see more of this or anything else I do, or maybe subscribe or following, depending on where you're watching from, leave a like because it helps me out, and I'll see you again next time.